trying to lay this baby to rest right here. What's left now is the drives and walks and landscaping. And a lot of the items on the inside, so all the MEPs, which is mechanical, electrical, and plumbers, they need to finish everything out. I have the painters here kind of prematurely right now, but they can always come back at the end for punch out. And what we just had installed here, we had to wait for the walks and drives, guys. And this is another thing that it just takes time. It's nothing that builders can really control. You're left up to the time frame of the municipalities to get their stuff in. And so like right here, we just had the, you can kind of see right here, get the little, the yellow line that goes up here. What you're looking at here, this yellow line, it's going back. It shows us where we put these right here so we can know where the gas line is, so that when we come here and we do our drives and things like that, none of the other subcontractors break into the gas line or hit the gas line. Say for instance, the power company could see that this right here was the gas line, so they know to stay over here. And also you can see, once you get that pipe right there, right where that pipe is, the power company just came in and just kind of followed along right here, and they ran their line all the way up into here, and they pulled it through here. That's where they pulled it out through here. And their pipe is in a conduit, so I'm sure they got a conduit that is in. I'm sure the gas line as well is also in a conduit, so if anybody hit it, that's a little bit more protection. It's not the only thing left now. Is for the plumber. Well, two things left. It's for the plumber to come here, and he's gonna be on this side. He's gonna run his line straight, and I think his stuff out is right up in here somewhere. So you got gas, power, plumbing. There's one more thing that's left. Going through here. This right here, guys, this is I want to say that this right here is a 400 amp service. So it's a little bit bigger than your regular service. In the event that they expand. So you can kind of see where the gas line comes here. Gas line is gonna step out right over here. We have our units right here. I try to keep them away from the bedroom because you don't want those units waking you up when you're trying to sleep. So we kind of got this right here. We have a final grade on this right here, so you can kind of see this right here. But this house, man, I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, man, you're gonna get a lot of this dirt off my foot when I get done. You can see how it kind of gets in there. Now, all this right here is the homeowner's property, but here's what we got here. Look at that little hole down there. That is they dug that hole so that the Jefferson County environmental inspectors can come, they can come inspect to make sure that they look at the soil, because we're gonna have a septic tank back here. So the septic tank is gonna be over here, and the field lines are gonna be running here. And guys, I tell you what, before you do anything, if you build it, you look at those, you make sure you look at those field lines on that plat, and really on the subdivision plat. And that's typically not going to be the same plat or the same plot plan as the lot. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you need to go back and look at the approved subdivision plat and see where the field lines were located according to the engineer who did that plat. That's going back to you got to go get the records on that. And you need to look at, not only do you need to look at the primary field lines, you need to look at the secondary too. Secondary is just as important as the primary. You cannot dig or cut anywhere on that site where the secondary or the primary field lines are located, unless you have it re-engineered. Now, if you change anything, if you change the footprint of the house, and you have to have it, you need to have it resubmitted to the health department and let them approve it before you move any further. It's protocol, guys. And if you don't, you end up doing engineered system. You won't be able to do a conventional system. An engineered system can cost you anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 more. Okay.
Is this the most stressful part of the house?
Yeah, if you do it right, it shouldn't be. But what I'm saying is the best way to do it would be that once you, when you decide where this house is gonna sit, the first thing you should do is mark off where those field lines. Have a surveyor or engineer to come out and mark off where those field lines are gonna go. Have them to mark it off. And what you do is, during the process of the building, don't even mess with that area. Don't have any of your guys to go over there, because you can't cut it, because now you didn't mess it up. Now, and guys, what a septic tank is the waste of this house goes into the tank, but the effluent items like the water and stuff like that, the urine and stuff like that, it goes out into the yard, and it gets absorbed by the soil. And it needs to be able to absorb. That's why you have it to where they check to see whether or not it perks. That's what percolation test means. So that's the whole purpose of it. So you want to make sure you got good soil. See, this soil was tested way before we started even thinking about building this house, okay? And so you want to make sure all that stuff is in place before you do anything, okay? Now we will get a little bit of yard. This right here.
For the people that don't know, what's the difference between septic and sewer?
Once again, the septic is your own on-site waste disposal or sewer disposal. Sewer system is when you connect it to a public sewer. They have it to where you can connect to the road or somewhere. You have your own public sewer, which collects the waste somewhere else other than the site itself. Okay. See, we holding all the sewer right here. What we're looking at here is we gotta get this deck up. I gotta pour a little slab right here first. So I got my little slab we're gonna pour right here. And then we can finish out the deck. I kind of marked off where everything's gonna go. My steps, we hadn't finished this yet, so we've come down here, we'll put a landing about right here, and then we'll come straight down here. We have a concrete pad for this right here area. Now I'm gonna set that septic tank. Probably gonna set it about right up here. Now all the waste of this house comes out right here. That's why it's wet right there. You look right there, that's why it's wet. But the water of this house comes out, there's a stub, there's a pipe that comes right out right there. So we need to put the septic tank about right here. So run that septic tank about right here, we're good. That makes sense. And then it's gonna go down there, gonna take it on down the hill, and then the field lines are gonna be right here. Right there in the area where they dug that little trench out. So that's the only thing that we gotta get in. Like I said, we gotta get the drives and walks in. But I tell you what, man, if you're a plumber, electrician, or mechanical contractor, man, you could win in this game, because it is hard to find someone to do those jobs right now. It is hard to find. Let me get this stuff off my foot, man, before I walk in. So we in the muddy phase. Good Lord. Oh, they came in here and the installation has already been in here. Got this item, we got little shingles and stuff. This right here stuff can be shipped back. I like to try to go through and I keep me at least one board of sheetrock, because I know when these subcontractors get finished with their stuff, somebody gonna damage somebody gonna knock a hole somewhere. So I kind of keep one of these right here just for that.
How much money do you have in this house?
About a week. I should be done. I should be punching this bad boy out in a week if I get everybody. The only problem with the week thing is we're in the Christmas season, got everybody's trying to, people taking off. I said, people are taking off and stuff, and it's hard to get workers out here. Like right now, she had the plumbers out here. They only have about a day and a half to do their thing. But really, it's not really hurting us because we got to get the septic tank set. I got to get that septic tank and all that stuff this week. And so once I get that, then really you can have your plumbers come out and do their thing because they need to test it out and make sure everything works. But the electrician, he should be here tomorrow. He should knock his stuff out the way. The mechanical guys are already done. We just got to get power to the house so we can turn everything on. So that's the only thing that we got left, guys. It's just, like I said, you got to get the drives and walks. So we got about, well, let me just take away a week. Let's just say 2 weeks. 2 weeks on this bad boy.
What is your punch list on this house look like right now?
Punch list? I don't have a punch list yet. Punch list is when you get everything done. When you get everything done, all the subs did everything they're gonna do, with the exception of maybe the painter. Floors are in, insulation in. You don't have any more subs coming back in here. The landscaping is in, the drives and walks are in. Then it's time to create a punch list. And a punch list, you know, usually take about 3 days to complete a punch list. But a punch list is, you know, now for me, I kind of watch things as I went so that there won't be an extensive punch list at the end. Probably 90% of the punch item is going to be paint stuff that, you know, homeowners see. You know, they're going to have paint issue. Well, what about this or what about that? So those are going to be things you're going to see on the punch list. It's going to go upstairs. But you ain't going to have no light. I'll tell you what, let's just let's get it for now, but that's just some of the things, but now I can see. I feel like going a different. This is another drainage right here. This right here is the foundation drain. So we gotta take that and go into here and go through here. It's gonna go into the drives and walk. And it's gonna disperse the water over this. But this is actually, when you look at it, man, this is kind of a nice sized yard. Other than that, you got anything else, man?
That's about it.
All right, man. Update, no doubt. Get you.